15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Prescott on 3rd and 2. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. It's a keeper with Prescott, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. The Dolphins had 3 and 8 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Block working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11, counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Prescott. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Titans. Miles Sanders, 61 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Devontae Smith deep to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Block now to throw. Pass complete on the crossing route. This is Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They find some open field here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, here's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Prescott's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Open man is Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second down and goal. Prescott. And he's got it. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now Prescott. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Touchdown, Dolphins. Josh Palmer as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Another run with Sanders. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A first down carry for Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now to the air, Rock. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. First down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. And again, it's Prescott. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. 2nd and 5.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This will get the lead up to 7. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. That one complete to Hill.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. That's caught at the 2. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him so far.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Locke. This is Smith with a grab. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Lock to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Lock. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half